Hey Dave, how are you? Rick Mills with Execution Digital Marketing. Hey, good to talk to you earlier today. Like I said, I wanted to shoot you this quick video, give you a few tips and tricks, and obviously tell you a little bit more about what I do. So first and foremost, what I'd normally be doing in this video is taking a look at your website. Good thing is, good and bad thing, right? Is we get to start from scratch. So the good thing, I guess, is that you haven't spent a lot of money trying to make a website that's not working for you. You can start from scratch. So that's good. I got your Facebook page pulled up. I know you were asking about that and posting some things. And, I was just noticing a few things on the Facebook that at the end of the day can help you with your website once we get that, designed and made. So, you got some really nice posts here. I did see this video. It's great that you've got this video, and I'm sure you have others. So what we would do is put together a YouTube page for you. The reason we'd put a YouTube, so I guess I'll go back. When it comes to your online presence and your website, all we want to think about is Google. Google is the elephant in the room, if you will. That's where everybody goes, especially when it comes to home services. They're going to search Google for that. It's great that you guys have built your business on referrals and repeat customers, but we're all about finding you new customers. And so whether that's here in Dallas or in Steamboat Springs, if you are going to open a location there with your son, you definitely want to have this online presence. So I just wanted to make that point about the video because it's great that you have videos. And the reason that we can leverage YouTube is actually owned by Google. So when you have things on multiple channels that are owned by Google, you're going to get searched higher for that. So that's just one quick tip. But, in addition to your Facebook page, I just wanted to kind of show you some of the things that we do and that we focus on when it comes to being found on Google. So it's obviously based around your website, but let me jump over here. So when we talk about Google, what we talk about at my agency is we talk about buyer intent keywords. And all a buyer intent keyword is really exactly what I've typed in here, right? I know you live in the Midhollow Love Field, Texas area, so I typed in Plumber, Midhollow Love Field, Texas. If you live in that neighborhood, so the reason it's buyer intent, obviously, is because, hey, if they type this in, they live in Midhollow, right? And they need a plumber, and they probably need somebody fast. So they've come to Google to do their research to find a company that's local, that's going to get the job done and get the job done right. So first thing they're going to see, obviously, are these ads. And ads are fine. Ads are, we do, very successful Google ad campaigns. But what we really focus on are these, are these organic listings that are going to be there day in, day out. So you're not having to pay for it all the time, right? And that's really what ads come down to. But, like I said, the return on your investment for ads can be really good as well. So, we can talk about that next week as well when we reconnect. But what I wanted to show you, so when someone types in Plumber, Midhollow Love Field, Texas, okay, these three companies are going to come up. This is called the Google Map Pack. Now, these are the first three local businesses that these folks see once they type this search term in. And as you can imagine, these three companies right here are getting a ton of business. Now, what we do with our agency, and I'm going to throw a word out there that might be foreign language to you, but they're called citations. And all a citation is your name, address, and phone number the way it shows up on the web. So when I type in your company, for instance, you have, several citations. You've got your Nextdoor profile set up. You've got your Facebook page as a citation because it has your name, your business name, address, and phone number on it, right? But what we do, and so those are all those different directories, your homeadvisor.com directory, your Yelp directory profile, all those are citations and they show up online. And so what we do is we have software where we can go in and look at these companies that, are showing up first, and we see what citations they're signed up for. And then we make sure that you're signed up for those directories as well. And that's how we get get the power to get into this map pack, the Google Map Pack. Okay, so once we get you in those citations that these guys have, then we double down and we get you as many more citations as possible than these companies. And what that's going to do is show Google, hey, this company, they're in business. They're very active. They're signed up for all these different directories. They're being seen all over the place online. We're gonna push them to to the top couple businesses that show up in this area. So that's how we do that. This is huge, by the way. This is a lot of business owners either don't know about this or they look past it. But these businesses are getting a ton of business because, again, think about yourself, think about your wife. When you guys are searching for something, if you search for it and the first couple businesses that come up are local businesses, you're going to take a look at those first, right? So, so that's citations and the Google Map Pack. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about was what we do with websites and kind of how we get those ranked. And at the end of the day, how does your website bring you customers? Because honestly, anybody can have a pretty website. I've made this mistake, a long time ago when I started my first company and didn't know any of this. I built this beautiful website and it didn't bring me any business. And so you have to build your website to generate business. That's the only reason you should be doing it. And so what we do is we're going to look at, oh, I know, you piqued my interest with the water damage restoration. So I typed that into Google search next. And I just wanted to show you kind of what I mean by buyer intent keywords and how it's bringing companies business, right? So I know that you said Steamboat Springs. I just typed in water damage Denver because it's a bigger market and I can show you this example. So I type in water damage Denver, right? Again, here's the map pack. These three businesses are getting a ton of business from this. But then instinctively, what the customer, the prospect or the customer is going to do is they're going to look down on the first page of Google and see what companies' websites are listed here on the first page of Google for this search term, water damage Denver, right? And so we see waterdamageinc.com is the first one that shows up. So, and I don't want to get too technical here, Dave, but I think you will get something out of this. And again, you can ask me any questions you want. But so this is a software that I have where I can punch in any website that's on the web and take a deeper look at it, right? I can see the analytics. I can see what's good, what's bad, what's working, and what's not, right? So I type in waterdamageinc.com to take a look. All these numbers, you don't need to know much about this. This is what I do, and that's why I'm here. I'm the tech side of this. But these are called backlinks here. They have 784 backlinks. All a backlink is a URL, so waterdamageinc.com. If it was you, it would be stoverplumbing.com, right? It's that link linked on other websites. And so it's linking back to your website, if that makes sense. And what that does on Google, and the reason Google gives that authority and helps that power websites, is it's showing that you have reach. You're on other websites because you're important and you obviously know what you're doing in your industry. So their robots scroll that and see that you have these backlinks, and it gives your website power, which in turn puts you on the first page where customers are. So I'll show you exactly what I mean here. So for waterdamageinc.com, they have 270 keywords that are ranking for them. And again, I know a lot of this might sound like a foreign language. I will explain this in layman's terms here right now. So here you go. So here is a buyer intent keyword. This is a word that they're being ranked for. Water damage Denver. Just what we typed in, right? And I'll show you how I read this. So this says 400 volume. What that means is per month, every month, there are 400 searches for this exact keyword, water damage Denver, on Google. And out of that 400 searches, you can see here, 143 people that have searched out of those 400 are clicking through to Water Damage Inc.'s website to get their phone number to get an estimate, to fill out a form submission to get an estimate. essentially these are becoming customers. So as you can imagine, 143 for one keyword. The amount of business that these guys are getting from this is huge. And again, why is that? Because they're ranked number 2. That's what this says right here. They're ranked number 2 on that page for that keyword, water damage Denver. So I really hope that that makes sense. I didn't want to get in the weeds too much, Dave, but I did enjoy talking to you today. And I really think that, I can help you out, whether it be in Dallas or in Colorado. But it sounds like you built a great business, and I'd like to work further with you. But again, feel free to ask me any questions, and I look forward to talking to you soon. All right. Thanks, Dave.